Hey everyone, my name is Heather and I'm back with another scrapbook process video for you today. So I almost forgot that I had recorded this layout. I was putting my layouts away the other day and I realized I never made a video for this one. Well, I made the video, but I never put it on YouTube. So this was still with the Magic and Wonder collection by Echo Park, and this is the funny story that I mentioned in the last couple of videos that I made of our trip to Disneyland. So I'm going to, I'll get to the funny story in a minute. Basically, I just cut a strip for the top half of the layout, and I don't know what I cut it to. It's less than 6 inches because it doesn't go halfway down. But I liked this castle paper and I wanted to put it along the top, and then I cut a tiny, it's about a 1/4 inch wide strip of the blue pattern paper, and I'm going to be scrapbooking a photo of my son in the pool at the Disney Hotel. So that's why I chose the blue for the strip here, and I just felt like it kind of anchored that top pattern paper strip. So I'm also going to look around. I'm kind of down to nothing but scraps with this paper collection and the 6x6 pad. So I wasn't really sure what color that I wanted to mat this photo in. I decided to give it a very tiny white border. I really like to do that with my photos when I'm matting them on another color. I just feel like it helps it stand out from whatever photo mat color you do put it on. And I am inking all my edges again today with my black Close to My Heart ink. So I went ahead with this blue. Now this blue is a different pattern than the small strip that goes across the layout, but it doesn't really matter. In the end, you can't really see the blue strip that goes across very much because it gets covered with a lot of embellishments and the journaling. And but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. So my main goal was putting the photo on here, and I want to make a large title. So basically the title is more like $25 and we still go swimming. And so the funny story is, okay, my son, you'd have to know him to really get and understand how funny this is, but my son, ever since he could like talk or do anything, he's been obsessed with money. And it's kind of funny. We always make fun of him, you know, tease him, not really tease him, but it's neat to watch. He's very oh, there, I'm just trying to look up the story because I took a picture of it. In my Project Life album, I've already journaled about it a little bit, so I just made sure to get the story right because this was 2012. So this was our last day in Disneyland, and we weren't going to the park this day, but our plane didn't leave until that evening, and so we had some time to hang around. But you know, after 5 days of being in Disneyland, we were actually there. This is our 7th day, because we went there, had one day, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you know, with 3 kids, we were tired. Me and my husband were tired. But we had told the kids that we would wait to go swimming until the very last day, you know, because that way we could spend, we usually go to the park in the morning and don't come home or go back to the hotel until the evening. So, a quick side note, it took me forever. You know what I realized? No thickers, and I don't have any stamps that are dollar signs. And I was kind of surprised by that. I thought I at least had a stamp that was a dollar sign. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking an S and an L, and I'm just adding the line from the L over the S. And it turns out to be, I mean, it's the best dollar sign that I could get without getting out my die cutting machine. I didn't want to get any die cuts out just for a dollar sign, but I was surprised I didn't have any dollar signs. So anyways, we had a little bit of time, and I am going to skip over all of my adding my journaling or my title with all these different letter stickers. I wanted to use up a lot of different letter stickers. So my husband said to my kids, because we just wanted to go to downtown Disney and kind of stroll around and take it easy. And so my husband says to my kids, he says, how about I give you guys $50 each to go to downtown Disney and we don't go swimming. And my little son, who's quite the swindler and into money, says back to him without even thinking about it. He goes, I was thinking more like $25 and we still go swimming. And it was just hilarious. We cracked up. I can't remember if we gave him any money that day, but we did end up going swimming. I told my husband he didn't have to go swimming. I would do it. I would take the kids in, and that helped a little bit. My husband's not that fond of swimming, so. But I thought, you know what? My kids never had the chance to swim in the Disney pool. We'll never get the chance maybe again, you know, you never know. So, oh, it was just hilarious though. That was just one of the best moments of that trip. So I definitely wanted to document this on a full 12 by 12 sheet. And as you can see in the video now, I typed up all my journaling. I knew I had a lot to say, and when I have a lot to say, I feel like sometimes typing up the journaling really helps get it all on there. And I wanted to use strips. I really like the look of typed journaling strips. And so I cut them all down, and it took me a little while to get them how I wanted them, because there was actually, it filled up more of the space there than I thought it would, but that's okay. I wanted to get the whole story in. And that's basically all my journaling says is, you know, we were really tired and didn't want to go swimming and blah, blah, blah. And he said, and that was his response. I was thinking more like $25 and we still go swimming. So yeah, that was a pretty funny time. It was good. So, and we also still did go to Downtown Disney, so they kind of go both ways, right? But that was more because I wanted to look and shop a little bit more before going home. So, anyways, I am now going to struggle quite a bit with what else I want to add on the layout. Because the top strip with the castles is so busy, I really wanted to find something that stood out a little bit and didn't get lost in that busy pattern paper. I found that cut apart that you see behind the photo now that says Magical Fun, and that went really well there because of the black border. It helped it stand out from the castles. And then I really liked this camera card. You saw me a few minutes ago fussy cutting this camera out of the paper, and I like the way the camera looks down there. And then there was this little circle M chipboard, and I liked it on there because my son's name is Mike, so it could stand for Mickey or Mike. So I liked that there. So I'm just working on a little cluster down there on the bottom, and I'm going to add a little flag there behind it, and I'm going to go ahead and glue down that Magical Fun card, but I am going to move it in a few minutes and you will see that. So I'm just kind of going through, like I said, I didn't want to add too many things that, you know, like the stickers that said smiles from ear to ear and things like that that you can see, or the mouse and me. Those things didn't really go with this layout. I didn't feel like it. So I'm trying to look for anything that's not too specific. I liked this word happy there, but it's the epoxy type of sticker, so it showed through to the back a little bit. So that didn't go there really well. So I'm just going to keep looking. You're going to see me flip through the 6x6 pad quite a few times. I'm going to go through the die cuts. And then this was also that every picture tells a story with the yellow border. I liked that also, and that was cut from the same sheet that the Magical Fun card was cut from. So I'm thinking about adding it there because the yellow border of that one really helps it stand out from that busy background paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the edges up, but I also want the Magical Fun part to show. So I'm going to pull up the Magical Fun part, and I'm going to cut out parts of it because since I've already glued down my photo, I kind of have to, you'll see me here, I got to figure out where to cut at. That just makes it easier to tuck it underneath the photos because the adhesive from behind the photo was already down. So I'm going to put it sideways there so you can still see the Magical Fun. And I'm going to layer this every picture tells a story card, which I liked that because there was a story. And yes, this isn't really the time that this isn't a picture of him actually saying this, but you get it. It makes sense anyway. So I just kind of layered those together, and I like that. It just gives a little bit of interest up there in that corner. And now this is the 6x6 border sticker, not border stickers, but border sheet. And I wanted to cut, I have that camera down in the bottom right, so I thought maybe another camera would look good up here in this cluster. And originally thought I was going to put it underneath that card that says every picture has a story, but I really ended up liking it next to it right there better. So that's going to go there. Excuse me, I'm just now getting over my cold and I'm moving on to allergies, so I'm still having a little bit of problems with my voice, so forgive me about that. And there was another camera here from that border strip that I thought maybe I could tuck a third camera in and kind of make the cameras be the item that I have 3 of all around the page. And it looked really good right in front of the beginning of the title. So I'm going to go ahead and it's going to go there. And I really like how that looks. So I'm just looking at the sticker sheet. I remembered I had all these little stars and I thought, why not use up these stars? I've really had a lot of fun with my Disney layouts lately, adding stars all around and things all around and making it very, very light and airy and just covered with, I don't want to say covered with magic, but that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Like these stars are kind of everywhere and make it fun. And I hope that makes sense too. Excuse me. So I'm just playing around trying to use up these little circle chipboard pieces. You can tell that brad sheet's getting down except for the little tiny brads. So I use this little Mickey circle chipboard that looks like his little pants and his black body. So I added that one there, and then I added a circle element up in the top left cluster. And so now every cluster has a circle element in it also. And then there was just this little chipboard piece that I found, and it's just a little banner sticker, and I put it above the journaling, and that kind of makes for a 4th journal or cluster area, which usually I like to have an odd number, but it really seemed to work pretty well in this with this layout, so I don't mind it being there. I still feel like your eye flows from the top left to the bottom right, so I don't feel like I really need a certain triangle. And so now I'm just going to go along and I'm going to I added some yellow sequins to each cluster. And again, I'm just adding things around with trying to do just that fun, airy, light feel to the page. And now I also added some of those Mickey head rhinestone stickers. And now I'm just looking around. It could be done where it is now, but I just wanted to see if there was anything else that I could add, anything to add any more to the playfulness. I'm looking more again through my enamel dots and my sequins. I tried to use this epoxy sticker, but it was too black. It just drew too much attention to itself. So I changed my mind on that. Again, I'm going to try out the chipboard. There is a red chipboard star. You can see I'm starting to use up a lot of my chipboard. I guess there's still quite a bit left, but did I make this layout before? I might have made this layout before I made the last one that I showed. Not that that matters, but I definitely got a lot. And you can see, look how messy my desk is. I was very happy to clean it up after this layout or after I was done with all the layouts of Disney. So I'm just adding a few more, and now what I'm adding is when I punched those black stars from that border strip that I used in a previous video, I saved those stars, and now that I'm just adding a bunch of those around, and I just really like the look. And I'm going to use my glue dots to glue them down. I think glue dots are great because they're quick and easy and fast, and they really hold well. So not sure when the video is going to end, but I know it's coming up, and there are no still shots at the end. I apologize for that. I have just been a little behind with things. I still haven't put my crop layouts away, and I need to get those videotaped or pictures of those and get those videos going. But I hope you guys like this layout. I hope you like the story. Thanks for watching. This is the last Disney layout for now, but I will definitely have more coming up maybe next couple months or so. So, all right, guys, I will see you next time, and have a great day. Hopefully you'll get some scrapping time too. All right, thanks, bye.